I still remember the day I was handed the keys to our church. I was numb, grieving my father's passing, but knowing I had to carry on his legacy. Growing up in the church was a blessing. As the only child of a pastor, I was always in the spotlight, but I never felt pressured. Instead, I felt blessed to be part of something bigger than myself. As I entered adulthood, I felt an unmistakable call to ministry. My father mentored me, teaching me scripture and compassion. I attended seminary, earning my degree in divinity. He beamed with pride at my graduation. My father's passing left a gaping hole in my life. The church council voted unanimously for me to succeed him as senior pastor. I was determined to honor his memory while forging my own path. Some congregation members questioned my ability to lead. I faced skepticism even from within, but I persevered, using empathy and wisdom to build bridges. Slowly, the church began to flourish under my leadership. As I navigated ministry's demands, I struggled to balance my own spiritual life. I felt overwhelmed, questioning whether I was truly living up to my father's expectations. One day, I met a new friend through prayer. She was also a leader at her church, and we were almost the same age. We bonded over our shared experiences as women in ministry. I thought maybe she'd understand me better, and we could support each other in times of need. I attended prayer meetings at her church, feeling a sense of familiarity and comfort. We sat together, holding hands, and prayed. The weight of my responsibilities lifted as we poured our hearts out to God. But little did I know, our friendship was about to take a dark turn. One day, she invited me to another prayer meeting at her church. I wasn't feeling up to it, but I pushed myself to go, thinking it would be a much-needed respite. As I arrived, something felt off. The usual calm atmosphere was replaced by an eerie sense of unease. I made my way to the prayer room, expecting the familiar solitude. But what I saw made my heart race. The room was filled with figures, each one faceless, their skulls gleaming in the dim light. I couldn't discern any flesh or features, just empty, hollow shells. My mind reeled, questioning what I was seeing. Was this real, or was God showing me something? Warning me? The figures seemed to loom over me, their presence suffocating. My instincts screamed at me to leave, and I didn't hesitate. I turned around and ran out of the room, out of the church, and into the safety of the night. Breathless and shaken, I questioned everything. In the days leading up to this incident, I had been praying fervently for guidance and protection. Now, I wondered if this was the answer to my prayers, a warning sign to flee from this toxic friendship. As I reflected on our relationship, I realized I had ignored subtle red flags. Her words and actions, once comforting, now seemed manipulative and controlling. I felt a mix of emotions: fear, anger, and disappointment. I knew I had to sever ties, but the thought of confronting her was daunting. Had I been blind to her true nature? What other secrets lay hidden? I sought solace in prayer, seeking clarity and courage to face the truth. From that day on, I never set foot in that church again. She never reached out, never called or texted. It was as if our friendship had been a mere facade, a veil hiding the darkness beneath. But the memories lingered, haunting my dreams. I'd see her chasing me, her face twisted in a snarl. Other times, I'd wake up to the image of those faceless figures, their empty skulls leering at me. I'm not spiritually gifted, but I'm grateful for the glimpses God gives me. This experience taught me to trust my instincts, to seek guidance from above. I share this story not for sympathy or attention, but as a beacon of hope. Perhaps someone, somewhere, will see this and find solace. Maybe they'll recognize the signs of toxicity, the whispers of the enemy. My resolve remains unwavering. I will serve God without ceasing. He is greater than any power that seeks to destroy. His love shines brighter than the darkness. Let this be a warning to all. Be cautious of those who surround you. Some wear sheep's clothing, hiding their true nature. Wolves in disguise waiting to strike. But fear not, for God is our refuge.